I love that flow. The amount of times I misplace these glasses. How are you supposed to see if you don't have your glasses? Yo, what is going on, Tiggs? Welcome back to another reaction, review, commentary, whichever one you would like to consider. We have CORTIS, their actual debut song. You guys did correct me in the comment section on how to pronounce their name. I was saying CORTIS. You guys said it was CORTIS. So CORTIS dropped a debut 4 months ago. Amazing. Okay. CORTIS dropped this debut song 4 months ago, so this is their actual official debut song. We're gonna watch it, we're gonna review it, we're gonna break it down, I'm gonna tell you guys what I like, what I don't like, and shit like that. I don't want to talk too much here in the intro, so let's just hop straight into the video. Okay. Directed by idiots and courts. What? What the fuck? I really love this aspect ratio they've chosen. I mean, if you guys don't know, scorpions actually, they shed their exoskeleton. And it's very symbolic in many different religions. For this case, it kind of means growth, rebirth, you know, growing into oneself, becoming a new person, quote unquote. So maybe that has something to do with the video. I don't know. Very upbeat. Okay. You want? They have like a low pass filter on the song right here. I like it. It's like they're talking through a funnel. I love this. I love the way they're singing this. I can already see the audience that they're kind of debuting towards. It's a bit of a more mature audience, if I'm being honest with you. Like the style that I'm getting from this video, the aspect ratio, it's not 1920. It's a bit shorter maybe. It looks vintage. It looks old. And I like that. It's appealing to me. Even the clothing, the baggy outfits, the baggy fits. I feel like it's for an older audience. That's what the sound sounds like. I like it. Take what you want, hey. Whoa, my boy flowing though. Hold on. Hold on. Damn, he got stabbed. Yeah. You know what I like about the song so far? It's about thrill chasing and that there's more out there. We want to go after it no matter what. You know, I'd rather keep doing this than going back into that very small mindset that I had before. I really fuck with that. Following your heart. My boy is singing. I don't know what the fuck that is. Take what you want, hey. I love that flow. I like that. Way. Yeah. Way. Okay. I have so many thoughts about this. We're going to talk about it soon after this video. Is he looking at himself across the train track? What the fuck? Isn't that a Squid Game reference? I don't know. I never watched Squid Games like that. But let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Give you guys my opinion, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. Let's talk about the entire thing. What I have learned about these guys is they're very involved in the process of making their music videos, making their lyrics, and the choreography and everything like that. And I feel like giving a group, you know, their own creative freedom really allows them to brand themselves in a very unique way. You know, a lot of groups nowadays are kind of put in place for the industry, quote unquote. And the reason I say that is because it's very branded in a safe manner. What am I going to put out that's going to be safe? What's going to sell? What's going to be brandable? And that's the eyes that a lot of big corporations have. And it makes individual groups lack creativity. You know what I mean? And they're very stagnant in how they are. And that's kind of just how things have been in the K-pop scene. So when I read about CORTIS here, and I see that they are given a lot of freedom to interpret the music and make the music how they want to make it, it's very nice to see, right? They are a 5th generation K-pop group, meaning they're very new to the terrain. They have a lot of shoes to fill, you know? And when you have so many shoes to fill, it gets a lot scary and it's a bit daunting, to say the least. But let's talk about the song in and of itself, What You Want. The song was nice. It blended a lot of rock style guitar, hip hop, and it was very on brand, should I say. When I think of young, when I think of energetic, I think of the way they made that music video. You know, all of it was so unique. Them hitchhiking, them taking all these different risks to, you know, chase the things that they want. You know, what you want and what you're gonna do to get to what you want. I think they did a great job of that. As the EP is called Color Outside the Lines, I think they did a great job at bridging that gap between what is normal and what is them. I think CORTIS is a very unique group, to say the least. Right? Even though they do take inspiration from a few other groups, from a few other people, to say the least, I do feel like their character is what allows them to stand out more than, you know, other people, to say. But outside of that, man, it was pretty good. You know, it did have its quirky moments, its silliness, and I feel like they translate that not only into their live performances, which we also just watched the fashion live performance on Mama 2025. That should be up here. Again, all live performances are on Patreon. They have their quirky moments, you know, and things that really stand out to the audience. And I really like that. It gives them character. They're storytellers. You know, everything that I've seen from them so far, fashion, What You Want, again, this is my 2nd time watching them. They like telling a story and they like having very deep meanings behind their story. I even pointed out the scorpion at the beginning, you know, shedding your skin, becoming a new person. I think that's very reflective of who I think CORTIS as a group is. They're always trying to grow and step into new layers of who they are. The whole thing really felt like a metaphor. You know, from the beginning, not really knowing what you want, still kind of chasing it anyway, and even taking the risk to get there. Like, you see them hitchhiking, still being able to take those risks and go after what it is you want. I think that's what really separates somebody and makes them their own person, is being able to unapologetically chase what it is you want, right? Even though repercussions may happen, not everybody may like what it is you're doing, you still have to have the courage to chase that, right? And I feel like that's something CORTIS is doing a very great job at. Something I didn't like during the entire music video, I was confused a little bit. You know, the dinner scene where you see the alligator crawling through that and the scorpion stinging him and all these random people at the different tables, I was having a bit of trouble understanding what kind of meaning they were trying to get across there. But I'm sure some of you guys in the comment section will explain that to me, and I'd love to read the comments. Go wild with explaining, and I'm gonna deep dive into that afterwards. Overall in the video, What You Want stands out because it's surreal, right? It's unexpected and funny, creative, and overall just very visually symbolic. Yeah, it was like this video, the debut was a less standard choreography. Generally, when you see these new K-pop groups debut, it's very hard on the choreography, the dancing, and adding personality through that aspect of music. But it seems like the way they're going about things is just a lot of self-discovery and going about it in a very different manner. You know, there wasn't a lot of dancing. It was more so story-driven. And the way this video was filmed reminds me a lot of DPR, Blueberry, DPR, Ian, and the DPR cast as a whole. And the reason why I say that, DPR, we know them as self-executives, self-directors in what they produce. With that allows you a lot of freedom to build the narrative how you want to. And when I was watching this video, I was reminded of them because it felt like a very free told video. It felt very open. It felt very honest, you know, things like that. And that's what I really appreciated about CORTIS. I don't know too much about them. Again, they're still a very new group to me, so I can't recognize faces. I can't say, oh my God, look, it's Sunghyun. I can't say that because I don't know who is who yet. We're probably gonna have a video breakdown on Patreon where I kind of just get to know the members, or maybe I'll film something like that for YouTube later on. Again, if you guys want to request videos in the future, definitely check out the Patreon in the description. I do album reviews, I take suggestions, and, you know, we check out things that you guys request or want to see. But anyways, Tigs, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you guys are not yet subscribed, do hit the subscribe button, turn on alerts so you get a notification when we're up, and comment your favorite part of the video.
a crack on the crawl at the barrel and reach to the top. Well, I don't show I sell out to my land in a foreign, my show never flop. Shell on the water already, shell it down.